this week I've got COVID test, you know, because you get paid. That's a thing now.
You do get paid for that now. Yes.
Yes, I love it.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love it, but
Yeah.
generally now that usually the productions have the nurses, right? So my favorite was somebody came to my door and I got to do it on the porch because it was a project in Ottawa.
Right.
So, you know, they weren't going to make me go all the way to Ottawa just to get the brain swab. But this was like super gentle. The guy was like, whenever you're available, I'll come by. And I was like, well, I'm available now because it's COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm
pretty free.
I'm wide open, except for like drop off and pickup time for the children. And then, but yeah, it was like, he showed up and he's like, I was like, do you come in? And he's like, no. He's like, just, you know, stand there. All right, see you later. I was like,
It's a mobile COVID unit. This is so interesting. Is it a company?
Like labs.
Apparently okay.
Yeah, so
that's very smart.
They do that now. Yeah. Oh. So that was lovely. That was my favorite. My favorite of the COVID test experience.
If you had to choose a favorite COVID test, that's up there.
That's the one.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Oh my gosh. I laugh because I know the commercial you're talking about because you post every time you have an audition. And when I see you post, I'm like, great. Well, not getting that one. But it's, and then you're like, yeah, I knew. It's so funny. I'm like, yeah, of course. But you're so good and you're so natural. And also, that was my first official Zoom audition. I'm not gonna say names, but I was so awkward. I didn't. It's because I understand you have to look a certain way so you're both in the same room, but I just like I swear I can act, but I just completely. I'm so used to doing a couple takes, 40. So when I do my Zoom audition, here's your 2 takes. I'm like, oh no, this is my warm up. Oh, okay, I'm done. All right.
So fast, so fast. So like the new thing that I've read the articles, I've done the, you know, stuff. I haven't officially taken a virtual audition course, which I probably should. But so one of the
you're doing fine.
So one of the tips was like, and you're supposed to do this live and in person as well. But you ask. So like if a director gives you a redirect, you're supposed to repeat it. Give yourself a second to digest it. And then you're supposed to repeat it and make sure you understand. Because if somebody says, do it softer, it could mean like quieter. It could mean more genteel or whatever, right? Like there could be variety, right? But instead, as an actor, well, me, as like a puppy dog, I'm just like, got it. Mm-hmm. And then I do it, and they're like, thanks. And I was like, oh my God. That was softer, right?
Is that what you wanted?
That's what you said, softer, and I did it. And if you didn't, you should know how to express yourself, Mr. Director. But yeah, I've been trying to actively practice that. And I had a Zoom audition the other day, and I told myself, I was like, Jinny, this is your #1 tip. I was like, you do this. You can nail this, right? This is my look at myself in the monitor.
In the little
right? So it was it was one line. The guy said, do it slower. And I should have said, okay, slower like this. And then he could have said, no, not that slow, or slower, or like just like that, or whatever. Instead, I went the puppy route. Yeah, I got it. No questions. So then I go do it, and I was like, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, thanks. Click. I was like, oh. You don't want me to wait in the other room for a few minutes?
I can come back. I have nothing else I'm doing. I swear I'm better.
Yeah, I swear, just one more chance.
Please.
Anyway.
Oh,
and then
God,
I was like, then you spend the next, like, you know, however rest of your day thinking, did I do it slower? I did. It was a little slow. No, I didn't. Oh my God. But yeah, I've tried to also put a time limit on how long I get to kick myself for. So I try to to just say, you know what, you can't do anything about it now.
Yeah, it's done.
It's
I don't know what I
so
learned.
It's already, somebody else already booked it. Like somebody's got the call.
Yeah, no, in my case, it was done and you booked it. So that's fine. I'd like you to have the work, but it